There should be one more chin chin. Very good. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for coming. Kids, please come to the front if possible. Gopal, do you know where is the other chin chin? Alright. I think we started singing one new tune last week, so we will try doing that. So please take, so we will follow this call and response. Usually in all ISKCON temples, usually the singer sings and everybody else follows. So when the singer is singing, everybody else will stay silent. So now I will take help from some of you. We have 3 mics here. Can the kids grab a couple of them? Okay, so we'll have, so I will start the tune, and then once we know the tune, if you feel comfortable, then I will ask you to sing. And then after you're done singing, then we'll have somebody, everybody else repeat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste. Everybody please, we'll do it together. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Veshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Gopal, don't play with it, okay? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, please say
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare
three of us will do it together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Pass on the mic. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Everyone from your heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Last chance, together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare your heart. Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, together. Hare Krishna, from your heart. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. One more time, louder. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Lakshmi Jaya Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Radhe. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. We'll try one more time. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura, take a deep breath. Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Ram Sankirtan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Kids may go to their kids classes now. This is liberating. Hare Krishna. Everyone else, please move forward. Without kids, life is very boring. If you don't have a wall to lean against, please move all the way to the front. We will do these prayers called Mangalachara prayers. Please kindly do it with us together. Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjana Sharakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणम्। हरे कृष्ण। Before we begin our session today, let's see if we are able to recollect some discussion from last week. I do see a couple of new faces. So this session does require some fundamentals to be laid. But you are here by Krishna's mercy, so we'll do our best. But it will be helpful if you are able to watch some of our previous sessions. We have some 8 sessions that build on the foundation. It's like this is one of a more advanced topic. So without those topics, some of the things that we will be discussing today may not make sense. You may not agree. You may understand, but you may not agree. That's because, so please do, if you feel anything like that, so please do go back and watch those sessions. Anyone remembers our discussion from last week? What did we discuss? English has some thoughts. Please pass on the mic to him.
Levels of devotion towards Krishna and elevation towards Krishna consciousness.
Haribo. Levels of devotion to Krishna. So these are we discussed the 12th chapter, verses 8 to 12, which talks about different levels of peoples with their realization. And hopefully this picture will help us. Anyone remembers what is the highest goal, what is the highest position for a living entity, for a soul? Of course, answer is here, but if you can add any commentary to what we discussed, will be nice. You want to say something? Whoever. Okay, Anuprabhu would like to.
Prabhu, it was Hare Krishna. It was when you are absolutely entrenched in thoughts of Krishna, so much so that even you may not realize that he is the supreme being. Like we talked about the examples of friends of Krishna when he was a child, or like people who of Vrindavan. They knew that like for them the thought that Krishna was the supreme didn't even enter. They were so engrossed in thoughts of Krishna. So I think that's the highest stage that we can get, that we are always so engrossed in thoughts of Krishna that there's nothing else that matters.
Hello. In this realization is when the soul feels the supreme bliss, the highest happiness the soul, the living entity can experience is when it is fully absorbed in Krishna. We will discuss a little bit about why. Last week we didn't really discuss why much, but we will hopefully discuss some of it. Anybody has any thoughts on why that is the case? Why when a living entity is absorbed in thoughts of Krishna, we feel the highest bliss? We have a second mic here. I mean, wrong answers also get some points. You're okay to try.
Then I will try, Prabhu. Krishna is the form of love, so I would feel that love, so that is the highest meaning.
Very nice. Haribo. Yes, Krishna, he is the source of everything and he is the source of happiness also. It's the source of love as well. And the living entities are longing for love, longing for selfless, ahaituki apratihata, yayatma suprasidati. The living entity feels complete satisfaction when it finds a relationship that is unmotivated, apratihata, which means we don't love expecting something in return. That's when the soul feels supreme joy. The moment it is tinged with some selfishness, it is like adding, you have nice kheer, very beautiful, amazing, everything is very good. But you add little sand, just a pinch of sand. Just little only, a pinch of sand. I don't know if you ever had this experience. I had this in my childhood. We were playing cricket. I was probably 10, 12, 15, I don't remember. We were playing cricket, my mom made kheer, parvananam in Telugu, but equivalent to that kheer. So we were playing cricket outside. My mom said, okay, here is kheer for you. We were so engrossed in playing, I said, yes, please keep it there. And my mom kept it somewhere. Then we were playing cricket. As you know, in India there are winds, there is mud, there is dust. So at the end of playing cricket, we thought, okay, let's go and have our snacks. And I took the first bite. The tongue felt very happy, but as soon as I started chewing, that dreaded sound of sand being crushed between teeth, and then immediately I thought something is wrong. I tried one more from the other side. Even though it was just few sand particles, that was enough to ruin my kheer experience. So love is also like that. The moment there is a tinge of selfishness to enjoy, what's in it for me? The moment we think like that, the soul doesn't get any enjoyment. So, and then of course, Srimad Bhagavatam verse that I just quoted, ahaituki apratihata, unmotivated and undivided, meaning, okay, I love you very much for 2 minutes, and then I love Netflix for the rest of the 22 hours. It doesn't work like that. So unmotivated and uninterrupted. That's when the soul feels ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. That's when the soul is completely satisfied. And then of course Krishna is the source of everything. So he is the Rasaraj. He is the place where all rasas can be found. So naturally, when we have a very intimate relationship with Krishna and his devotees, Krishna is not separated from his devotees. Krishna and devotees are always together. So Krishna and all his creation is also like that. So we'll talk more about it. Okay. But Krishna mentions that if you are not able to always remember him, does Krishna say, now you go to hell and suffer? What is the next thing that Krishna says? Anyone remembers before I reveal?
Sadhana Bhakti.
Okay, somebody has some comment.
Sadhana Bhakti?
Niklesh Prabhu, you were out last week, right?
No, I was.
You are here, okay. Oh, okay. Please.
Sadhana Bhakti. Through some
You
regulated.
can repeat and then maybe.
Sadhana Bhakti by following some regulative principles.
Sadhana Bhakti by following some regulative principle. Like any examples?
Chanting is one of them, then the association. So everything I think that we are doing here all together becomes part of this.
Yes. ABCD, association, books, reading and hearing, chanting, diet, eating prasadam or serving deities, either way. D and E is engaging in service, some service to Krishna or his devotees. So because in the beginning, if we are not always able to remember Krishna, then Krishna gave us the next level, which is you can practice remembering Krishna. You can practice meditating on Krishna. By doing so, our senses will get purified. So then eventually we will develop taste. Anyway. Okay, what else? It's supposed to be a recap only, so I'll be quick. What else? But what if you are not able to practice also? Oh, waking up in the morning, chanting every day, too much commitment for me. So what does the next level that Krishna suggests?
Meditation.
Not yet. Krishna says, but if you are not able to do that, at least you can work for me. Where you are rendering service to Krishna or his devotees. But you are not really, you don't have a regular sadhana program at your home. By doing so, we will come to the stage of sadhana bhakti. What if you are not able to even work for Krishna? If we are not able to directly serve Krishna or his devotees, then at least we can give some of our results, some of the fruits of our work to Krishna or his devotees. Like for example, you yourself are not able to go and wash dishes in the temple or decorate the temple or give classes, distribute books, like that. Then, if we are not able to do it, we can at least support somebody else through our mind, words and actions. We can pray for them. We can of course donate our money. We can give our intelligence, help organize things, maybe develop a website or whatever. Different ways to help serve Krishna. But some people may say, but why Krishna? Why does God need to be there in the picture? I don't like it. I want to be non-sectarian, people say. This is a misunderstanding. Non-sectarian doesn't mean no God. Sectarian actually means everybody worships according to their level, their realization, their faith. They will worship somebody and everybody else respects them for whatever they are worshipping. And slowly and eventually, hopefully, they will go through this ladder to come to the realization that this is the highest. But until that point, we allow everybody to practice. In the name of secular state, now many countries are becoming atheistic, which we will see how that has a bad impact. So in case if somebody say, I don't want God in the picture, God is so merciful, He is giving another step here. Anybody remembers what it is? Okay. Meditation, not yet. So here is where God recommends social service. If you're not able to serve me or my devotees, no problem. You can at least serve selflessly. Serve somebody else apart from yourself. So now, because somebody who is so self-absorbed eventually is going to feel some dissatisfaction in life. So Krishna is giving them the next level to aspire to, which is selflessly spend your energy, time, money for the upliftment of somebody else. Just by the thought, we remember if we once went to our spiritual retreat, there we have this quote which says, we rise by lifting others. So by serving others, actually we get benefited more. So this is where social service fits in. If this is our realization, Krishna says, yes, please do so. Don't give up. Don't give up. Many people have known in my college, we were very idealistic. We said, society is not going in the right direction. We must do something about it. I remember we have had long discussions. But many of my friends, in due course of time, got busy with work, busy with family, children. Now when I talk to them, hey, you were so enthusiastic about serving society. What's going on now? Like, now, if I can just serve my family, that itself is great. if I can keep up with my work, that is, I'll be so satisfied. That's the situation. Because our purpose is small, actually our purpose fuels us. If our purpose is small, that is the amount of motivation we will be able to extract. If the purpose is big and we are longing, desiring and aspiring to serve bigger and bigger, you will see God sends help. And you will be inspired, motivated, and you will be able to do bigger things also. So this is where social service fits in. If you don't want God in the picture at all, no problem. At least do some social service, something selflessly. So does Madhava Seva equal to Madhava Seva? In Telugu there is this thing, I don't know, I'm sure an equivalent of this in Hindi also exists. Is Manava Seva, Manava means living entities or specifically human beings actually. Is serving humans is same as serving God?
No.
No? Yes?
No, if we don't keep Krishna in the...
No, if we don't keep Krishna in the center. Some other answers?
Indirectly, yes.
Indirectly, yes. Okay, very nice. We'll give both of them a round of applause. Okay, what else?
No, it's not equal, but it is a step to reach to.
Very nice. Bingo. Very nice. Beautiful. Any other thoughts?
12.11 is basically what the quote, right?
Now, Prabhu has become very Shastrik. He is pointing to Bhagavad Gita chapter 12, text 11, saying that it's equal or no?
Equal. So basically, no, that is referring to basically we'll get to that stage. Slowly elevate to.
Slowly we will get it. He's also referring to the other side. Slowly we will elevate to serving God as well. Okay, any other thoughts? If you are not fully convinced yet, don't worry. As I said, it's a journey. And God doesn't put a gun on our head and say, if you don't believe in this, I'm going to send you to hell. No, it's not like that. And it's an individual answer. I remember having this conversation with Piyush last year, August. It's not that this is wrong. Doing this is not wrong. Or doing this is not wrong. All of these are right answers only. But depending on our own realization, we may have to act according to our level. If we are not at this level where we are able to understand that how come thinking of Krishna all the time is the best. People are suffering here. How can I sit in the temple and chant and think of Krishna? If our realization is not at that level, please act at whatever level you are at. Please don't be like my college friends who eventually got lost in due course of time. Wherever our realization is, act on that level because it purifies us and uplifts us to the next level. So that's the point. So is Manava Seva Madhava Seva? Yes and no. If our level is that, if our level is here, then yes. Or else, this is the best you can do. Because whether you know it or not, whether you agree it or not, it will eventually elevate you to Madhava Seva. So, yes, we will give you a free mic. Please pass on this mic to Maharaj.
So I just wanted to explain that how it is indirectly yes, like when we are serving any human beings. So any human that is serving Krishna, so we get that blessings indirectly. So in that way.
Very beautiful. Thank you. Because there is Paramatma in every living entity. And so yeah, when we serve them, we're actually serving the Paramatma also, knowingly or unknowingly. And God does value that also. Sometimes people just follow ritualistically. Whatever they're doing, they go to temple and they offer something to God. It may not be as pleasing to God than some other things. So we will have that discussion if time permits. This is where cultivation of meditation comes. So if you are not able to do any of this, why should I give my hard-earned money? There are some people like that who would say, I did all the hard work. I had sleepless nights. I want to serve my family only. So for them, Krishna is recommended, don't worry, don't worry. Keep your money, keep your energy with you only. Just do meditation. This meditation is not explicitly of God, but meditation that how eventually by meditation you will come to the realization that this world is temporary, that this body is temporary, that the relationships that we have are all temporary, and the money, the power, prestige, all that we are aspiring for are temporary. So when we understand that, then we say, all right, let me do something bigger. But if we are not able to do that also, then Krishna is saying, if you can't even sit and meditate, do cultivation of knowledge, observe the world, understand how the world is working. And this is not really spiritual knowledge cultivation. This is just knowledge cultivation through observing the world. This is what we discussed last week. If this feels like a train, please watch last week's session. Is this okay? Can we move on to today's session? Any comments, concerns? Alright. So I will request everybody who is not against the wall to move forward, because we're going to form small groups and we will try to extract some answers from each of you. What do you think of each of these questions? So these are I don't think we'll be able to go through all of them. My goal is, if we're able to go through these 2 questions, the rest of them are easier. They are extension of these 2 questions basically. So if I am able to do a good job covering these 2, I feel satisfied. My paisa vasool. So please sit closer together, and then a group can contain 2 or 3 people max, so that everybody gets a chance. So find somebody to your left or right and form a group of 2 or 3 people. Please have a conversation. Introduce yourself. Please tell your name. How long have you been coming here? You can include Mataji. So these are the 6 questions. I will give an opportunity for each question now. But here is... Okay, 2 or 3. Jahnavi doesn't count in case if you are hoping. Alright. So you don't have to start the conversation yet. So we'll just quickly read the questions first and hope. Let's see if any of you have these questions. Please raise your hand if you have this question. Why do we need big temples? Can't we use that money for something else, maybe serving somebody else, right? Why do we need big temples? That's what we're going to discuss. Second question. What is the need of religious rituals? Can't I just know the philosophy scientifically? Can't I just read the books? Can't I just hear classes? Why do I need to chant? Why do I need to do some worship? Why do I need to go to temple, offer obeisances, celebrate festivals? Why do I need all these rituals? Why can't we be scientific? Just be modern people. Sit and read, hear. Can I be like that? Who has this question? Please raise your hands. What is the need of religious rituals? Can't I just know philosophy scientifically? If not many people are there, I'm going to speed through the topic. So if you do have, please raise the hand up. Okay, few people. Some people are like, I have some understanding. Okay, third question. Why do we need Murti Puja or deity worship? Why do we need to worship deities? So anybody has those questions? Some, okay. Does God really need our worship? Then why do we still worship Him? Okay, fifth question. Why spend so much money on religious rituals when beggars are starving outside? Poor people are starving outside the temple. Would God not be more pleased if His starving children, poor and beggars, are fed? Who has this question? Many people. Then finally, why do we do Arti for Sri Krishna? What is the significance of offering ghee lamp and dhoop and all this? Who has this question? Alright, towards the end, many more. Alright, so here is your first opportunity. We're going to spend 1 minute each in the group. 45 seconds for those of you who are 3. So I'm going to give 2 minutes. Just think, why do we need big temples? If you are convinced that we need big temples, you share your realization to your partner. If you think we don't need, then also please share. Your time starts now. Why do we need big temples? One minute is over. One more minute. Ten seconds. Hare Krishna. Alright. So let's see how many of you are able to. So here are some reasons. There are many reasons. It's impossible to list all of them. But here are some thoughts that we gathered. Once Srila Prabhupada, as you know, any guesses what this is? Jagannath Rath Yatra. So that happens in Jagannath Puri. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, now Jagannath has come out of Jagannath Puri and is now enjoying rights all over the world. So once there was such a festival where they were taking huge cart through the streets of London, and one of the reporters asked Srila Prabhupada, why does Jagannath need such big carts, big carts? And Srila Prabhupada gave a very simple analogy. He said, when we have small children, we ride a small bike, and as we grow bigger, we will then get a bigger bike or a bigger car, and eventually as you grow in profession, as you earn more money, we will actually have more and more opulence, then you'll buy a bigger and bigger car, Model X, or I don't know what other expensive cars are there. So similarly, God is a very big man. This is a very, he is the Lord of the universe. So can he not have a bigger car? Srila Prabhupada asked like that. Similarly, you will notice in our own life, when we were small, probably we are from a humble background. We didn't have much toys, much things, no sofa, TV also, black and white, all that. But as we grew in our stature, I'm sure you all know that we spend more and more money on, we buy more and more necklace, gold jewelry I'm talking about. I once was part of one jewelry show that my relative, my wife is from a jeweler's background. So they sold on one day. They were just visiting. They don't live here. They just were visiting. They stayed with us. And in one day, they sold about $160,000 worth of gold. In just one day of, and this is very common for those of you who have been there. This is not a big number. I know there are bigger shows which in one day, that is the amount of money people have. One Mataji, she came, she looked at big necklace like this, the one that is portrayed here. She said, and then she, oh, I like this. She said, please pack this for me. She didn't even try. I was thinking, oh God, 25,000 gone like that. And the husband was saying, hey, you have something similar like this, no? And she was saying, no, that has green and red, this has some other color, she said. The husband didn't know what to say. He said, okay. Let me not break my marriage for $25,000. So, the amount of our luxuries increase as we earn more and more money. So similarly, we see the house size also. You go to, for example, people who are very prominent, collector's house, for example. They have a big bungalow. And of course, the reason is, some of this could be selfishness. We think there is enjoyment in this, or we want to impress others. But the other aspect is, you see, for example, the President of United States, he has his own aeroplane. What is it called? Air Force. Air Force One. Why does he need it? Because for him, let's say he wants to go from New York to LA. He goes to New York airport, takes 1 hour, waits there, security checking, check-in of luggage, waits for the boarding to start, and then takes another hour to get in. There is a delay because there is summer, and then eventually goes to LA, waiting for his luggage. So much time is wasted for him. He cannot spend that much time. So to optimize his service, because his time is really valuable. I mean, Donald Trump. I'm saying in general presidents. We are live stream, so I can't comment too much on it. So people higher up, their service is much more important. Their time is much more important. So as they grow up in the ladder, their time is more valuable. So naturally, all the facilities are given to them so that they can do their services much more efficiently. That's one of the reasons why when MLAs and other people come to our villages, they block all the roads and allow them. It's abuse, but anyway, that's the thought process. Similarly, you see, do you know how much money is spent for security and transportation of Donald Trump, American president, per day, 1 day? Any guesses? In 1 day, how much do they spend on security and on Donald Trump, basically? Any guesses? 10 million, few million. You're willing to spend almost $1 billion on Donald Trump in a year? Wow. It's actually $2 million, it seems. Last year when I checked, it was $2 million every single day for security checkup. When Donald Trump is coming, let's say, to Fremont, he's visiting here. They will come, sweep the whole thing, scans, put snipers, all arrangements. $2 million. How much do you know for our dear Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Around 2 crores, it seems, per day. So that's the amount of money they spend on. We are talking about presidents and prime ministers of a small planet known as Earth. They are there only for 4 or 5 years. I mean, if they're good, we hope and pray they will stay for longer. But this is a very tiny planet in a huge cosmos. And this tiny speck of planet, we are willing to spend that much money. What about the Supreme Lord? He is Brahmanda Koti. He is the Nayak for Brahmanda Koti. He mentions in 10.8, Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sannivishno. This is 15:15. Everything comes from him. What is the 10.8 verse? Aham Sarvasya Prarabho. So from him comes everything. All universes come from him. How much should we be willing to spend on the Supreme Lord? So that is another. Here is another reason. The amount of money they spend on IPL matches at the end, as the team wins, Do you know how much they spend? A lot. Olympics, a lot. So we are willing to spend because it looks spectacular for us. So it looks very enjoyable for us. So that way we are willing to spend this much money. But the moment we spend anything for God, we naturally have this question: why such a right? For Janmashtami, why so much? We will talk about that why. But here is another reason. It is mentioned the whole creation exists so that we can actually serve God. All the elements, chemicals, flowers, fruits, every aspect of this creation exists so that we can serve God. Why? What is the benefit? Let's say an orange tree that we have in the backyard. When it gives an orange, we are able to offer it to God. And then we take it as prasad. First of all, when we take prasad, our consciousness gets purified. Because we are offering a fruit from a tree for somebody else. The tree gets ajnata shukriti because it is part of a bigger process of uplifting everybody else. Tree also gets a benefit. So tree in its next life will get the opportunity of a human being. Every creation, everything in our creation is like that. Everything is meant to be offered to God. Because usually people ask this question. Let me ask this as a question. Is this mic material or spiritual? This mic is material?
Using for spirituality.
Very nice. Very good. We'll give a round of applause for all of you. This mic or an apple. If I am looking at this apple and I am thinking, wow, very nice apple. Let me enjoy this apple. This apple becomes material. But the same apple, I am looking at that apple and I am thinking, wow, such a beautiful apple. What a creation of a God. All nutrients, proteins, everything needed for my subsistence. While eating, we can actually see Krishna in it. Rasoham apsu kaunteya, Krishna says. I am the taste of water. I am the taste of all fruits actually. He gave us packaged, bottled juices. Orange and so many other fruits. You bite into them, you can feel Krishna's existence actually. Krishna's love is in all of them. So many flavors. I went to India recently, so I enjoyed a little bit of mangoes. After many years, I enjoyed, what is sapota called in English? Chiku. Oh, such a amazing fruits. Every fruit has different flavor, different texture. You can really feel nourished physically and even uplifted spiritually also. Because the moment when I see an apple and I'm thinking, let me offer this to God and take it as prasad, that God has created this for my upliftment, for my nourishment. And I'm able to remember God, that fruit actually becomes spiritual. So similarly, this mic we are using to broadcast some rock band music. Tan, 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 then it becomes material. But the same mic, we are using it to uplift our consciousness towards God. Then this mic becomes spiritual. So like that. Similarly, every art, every cultural thing that we have, if you attend any of the Arangratrams, any musical, you will notice actually there is God at the center of all of them. Now little obscure because we don't know what that song means. We are only interested in their physical performance only. But in reality, every aspect of our Indian culture is imbued with devotion. The temples that are constructed, they actually are built by many generations of people. Artists, they are able to use all their skills and talents in glorification of God. And that glorification of God gives them satisfaction. And because they're using, like for example, I'm sure you have all been to big temples. So when you go to some city, you naturally go to a place that is popular, place that is nice to see. So when one of them is a big temple, we all happily and joyfully go. And we have such an amazing experience. We go there, of course, our motivation could be that, wow, this is the biggest temple in Mayapur. ISKCON's headquarters is Mayapur in West Bengal, India. They are building the Asia's biggest temple. It's called TOOP, Temple of Vedic Planetarium. It's a very huge temple. So it is estimated to attract million people every day. Huge amount. So they're building airports and things like that just so that eventually it's a marvelous creation. So now because of watching such a big temple, people will come. They may buy a book, they may eat prasadam, they may hear a kirtan, and it will leave a lasting impression on their mind, and they will continue their spiritual journey from there on. So every artistic expression is effectively in glorification of God. Was supposed to be. But eventually, of course, in the modern world, slowly it's being distanced because of lack of knowledge. Okay, why do we need big temples? Earlier, in our culture, a big temple exists. As soon as we come out in the morning, we wake up. I don't know if you have this experience in childhood. We used to have a temple nearby. Every day at 5:30, they would play Bhagavad Gita by Kantashalaji in our Andhra Pradesh. I'm sure you all have your own share of kirtans in the morning. We would all wake up to some spiritual bhajans. And also the tallest temples, tallest buildings in our village, town, cities used to be temples. So as soon as we step out in the morning, the first thing we see is a huge towering building of temple. And we all remember, what is the purpose of my life? Is to purify myself and go there. And every activity that I do, every interaction I have is to uplift myself and to help uplift others. So we will remember this goal. Every day as you wake up in the morning, you surround your lifestyle around a spiritual culture like this. So that's what big temples can do. But now if you see in the modern world, as soon as we get up, we see phone, nobody goes out only. We are surrounded by concrete jungles. By the time we wake up, Brahma Muhurta and so many Muhurtas have already gone. Even celebration of festivals. I remember in my childhood, we were excited about festivals because usually whichever is the latest movie that was released a month or 2 months ago, it would come in the TV. Our excitement about festival was the movie, not really the festival. We didn't know. Many people, oh God, this generation, I asked somebody, do you know who is Arjuna? I said, Arjun? What? Arjun? I thought, okay, God. Do you know Krishna? Krishna? I don't know. I said, Baba, at least you might know Indian child, Andhra Pradesh. You might know Rama, right? Rama? No. Oh God. This is the influence of the modern world. Whom do we worship now? Cricket players, Hollywood and Bollywood heroes. And what do they teach us? What character do they have, first of all? So that's why we see actually, because this is the culture we all follow. This is the culture, unfortunately, our children are following. You ask them, who is your favorite personality? They will say Iron Man or Spider-Man. And what will they learn? If you see any of these movies, it's portrayed as drinking alcohol is portrayed as cool thing. Even all Indian movies, they put a big thing injurious to health. But still the hero means he has to have cigarette in his hand. That is the degraded situation that this world is in. If they don't smoke a cigarette like this, it feels this is not cool. This is the unfortunate situation we live in. And naturally, of course, the society will degrade over time. And because this is what we expose our children to, we cannot expect progression towards God. We are only progressing in the opposite direction. Sometimes people ask, now America, they have established a new law. I don't know if you follow. There are so many gun shootings in schools. People are taking a gun and shooting. Now, US government is slowly establishing that their parents are responsible if somehow the person, the actions of the child, or parents are actually responsible for, they have convicted 2 such parents for negligence and not training their children. That is, Manu Samhita actually tells that until the age of 12, parents are responsible. Parents get all the karma for the bad actions of children actually. So, anyway, so we, on the spiritual culture, our superhero is not Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk or Bulk or Batman. Our superhero is Hanuman. So that's possible only when we are surrounded by spiritual culture, including big temples. And temples are not just, temples are called mandir. You know why? They are not called, man means the mind, tan means the body. They are not called tandir. Because it's a hospital for the mind. Because every time we go, originally when we go to temple, we are supposed to hear some spiritual topics, some things that uplift our consciousness. How to control our anger, lust, greed, envy, pride and illusion, things like that. So it's a spiritual hospital. It's an educational center. So the bigger facility we have, the more people we are able to attract and train and treat. So having a big temple, is it good or bad? Good. Let us see if you are able to pass this quiz. I will read the question and can I have somebody else volunteer reading the options? Choose the correct answer from the choices given below. Srila Prabhupada said, we are the best social workers because at ISKCON, you can read, and if you agree, you say Haribol.
Distribute uniforms, free food, free medicine, and free drinking water.
So we are the best, ISKCON devotees are the best social workers because they do this? No. Okay.
Option B, make people very peaceful, wise, intelligent, and God-conscious first-class men.
Yes.
Haribol. Okay. Next.
Option C, make people free from bad habits, illicit relations, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling.
Haribol.
Option D, make people competent by teaching them soft skills to enhance their personality.
Indirectly, yes. But not, yes, sometimes we do have some programs but that's not the main goal. As soon as, now I have graduated, I know soft skills, so I don't need to come here. Okay, here is another one. We make a big temple for Lord because...
Option A, if one goes for bigger and better home as per salary, why Lakshmipati Lord can't have a big temple? Haribol.
Not convinced? Yes, God can have. Whether it benefits us or not, God is the creator of every element in this universe. So it rightfully belongs to Him only. All the gold should be used for His service. So He is Lakshmipati. So we can use all the Lakshmi in His service. Of course, God is not selfish like us. Everybody worship me, look at me only. Worship me, give it to me only. No, it's not like that. When we offer fruit to God, He removes the karma from it and gives back as prasad. Yajna Shishta Sinasanto. Anybody remembers the verse that we memorized? From the 3rd chapter, was part of our previous Gita chapter. Yajna Shishta Sinasanto Muchanti Sarvakil Visham. Oh, we didn't memorize it. We memorized Yajna Artat Karmanuya. It's in a similar context. Okay, well, let's see if anybody is able to recall. Please. There is a mic somewhere.
Yagnathat karmano netra karma lokoyam karma bandhana Tadartham karma Arjuna, tadartham karma kaunteya, loka sangha samachara. Mukta sangha samachara.
Haribo. It's basically this section in the 3rd chapter speaks about when we use something that God has given us without expressing our gratitude to God, we actually become thieves. That's what, because that's the mentality we develop. We develop the mentality of I am the enjoyer. This is for my enjoyment. And when somebody else comes in conflict, we say, this is my enemy because he is coming between me and my enjoyment. Instead, when we have the attitude of service, I'm here for service, I'm here for purification, then even if somebody else comes, we are able to tolerate them. We're thinking, okay, no, this is God's arrangement, no problem. Okay, second option, please read.
Lord is the master of millions of universes. Why can't he have a big temple?
Yes, sir. Haribo. Option C.
To facilitate everyone to come and offer the best things to Lord as he is our supreme father.
Haribo.
Option D. To act like spiritual hospitals and educational centers to purify heart and enlighten humans.
Haribo. So one point I missed to mention, why do people ask this question? Actually, at the root cause of all of this is what we call as envy, which is why we came down from the spiritual world to here. We are thinking, why should Krishna be worshipped? I also want to enjoy. This tendency is called enviousness. Because that tendency we have, we ask this question. But when I think it will come later on, when we water the root, all the parts of the tree are naturally nourished. Similarly, when we do service to God is connected to service to all living entities as well. When we say service to God, doesn't mean we sit in front of deities and not do anything else. That's not exactly service means. It's more than that. Service to God means service to God and His children as well. So when we do that service, everybody feels nourished. Everybody will feel satisfied in life. Okay, so I will pause after addressing that. Now, please get together as a group and try to see what is the need of religious rituals. Can't I just know philosophy scientifically? Okay, you have 45 seconds each. What is the need of religious rituals? Can't I know philosophy scientifically? Those of you who joined late, we are forming a group of 2 or max 3 people, and please discuss among yourself what could be your thoughts. Thirty more seconds. Ten seconds. All right. I'm sure questions are one of the better ways to engage our intellect, to help bring out whatever is our current understanding. Because we have put in that thought, when eventually what Shastras say, we'll be able to appreciate some of it. Here is one person who is just trying to read books and understand God just by reading and hearing. Here is, of course, on the other hand, we have the ritual of offering ghee lamp and things like that. So we will quickly read through 4 slides and I will take few reflections. I will speak less this time, but let's see. Vivek Prabhu, can you please read? Please hear attentively and please read slowly.
Religion without philosophy is sentimentalism. Most people don't have proper knowledge about God, and so they neither disbelieve in Him nor have complete faith in Him. Even those who profess to be theists maintain some faith only due to fear of the unknown. Some people practice some set of religious principles due to some superstitious fears that they may face some dangers if they do not fulfill some religious rituals or formularies.
So out of sentimentalism, people follow rituals without understanding. They have some faith, but not full faith. This is the category most Indians fall under, unfortunately. You ask anybody why 3 times, whatever they are doing, why are you offering lamb to God? Because most people will stumble on the first why itself. But if they are at least a little more intelligent, maybe one why they'll be able to answer. Any more depth? No clarity. Unfortunate, because it has been systematically removed from our education system. So many people worship God out of fear. They are thinking, my family did. If I stop doing it, I don't know, bad things will happen in my life. One day I didn't do puja. That day somebody scratched my car. Like that. So people do it, follow the ritual out of fear. There are many other considerations. Let's see. Here are some. Again, this may be a little painful for some of us because it is exposing our current level, current realization. So please don't take it in a negative way. A problem well understood is a problem half solved. So if we understand where our motivations for worshipping God come from, we may be able to address the root cause. Here is another one. So some worship out of fear. Can someone else please read this?
Considerations of mundane piety. Some people feel good to display their religiosity for others to see. They perform sacrifices for name and fame. Some follow family traditions out of orthodoxy.
So many people do big. Recently, one of the devotees who moved from here to River Islands, he called me and he said, Prabhu, here there are a lot of Indians, especially Telugu people, but they are doing a lot of festivals. Recently they celebrated Sri Ram Navami. He said, every year they are thinking we want to do bigger and bigger festival, but they don't have the essence only. They don't know why they are doing what they are doing. They only want to compete. That group invited 1,000 people, we should do 2,000 people. That group had this big murti, we should have bigger murti. That group had festival for 4 hours, we should do for 6 hours. So their consideration is mundane piety. They want to show off that I am religious. I am also spiritual. People say like that. And this, of course, disturbed the heart of this devotee. And he called me, Prabhu, can we arrange some Bhagavad Gita program so we can at least put in some sense into the people. Why are we doing what we are doing? Unfortunate. Okay, third one. Somebody else, please. We follow these rituals because of
social pressure. For example, we find some people engaged in the so-called worship of Kali or Ganesha due to social pressure. They celebrate pompous festivals in which rock music is played and where people of similar social status come together to share food and drinks with no discussion whatsoever about God or the purpose of life. How unfortunate it is, blatant enjoyment in the guise of religion.
Blatant enjoyment in the guise of religion. So the name is religion or spiritual, but what is happening is, like I mentioned, in our childhood, festival means movie. So that is not really spirituality. It is just covered over material enjoyment. Let me tell you a joke. Once one Muslim, Christian and Hindu, they were all traveling in a boat, and all of a sudden the boat got toppled over and they all fell into the river. And the Mohammedan, he prayed, Allah, please come and save me. So Allah came and saved him. Christian, he also said, oh, Jesus, please come and save me. Jesus also came and saved him. There are two versions. I'll tell one version of this. So the Hindu, he said, Ganeshji, please come and save me. He heard a voice. He said, every year you, what is this? Visarjan. You put me in water. This is my reply to it. Because many of these pompous celebrations, without understanding the purpose of spirituality, where there is no discussion of goal of life. I'm sure we have all been to these get-togethers. They are doing Satyanarayan Swam Ratham somewhere, when we all got together and then we are talking about NVIDIA stock is going still up. Should we buy it? The other person is telling, yeah, actually I bought another house in River Island. There are all sorts of discussions, totally unrelated to God. So those type of discussions doesn't actually purify the heart. In fact, it does the opposite. You're now thinking, this guy, both of us used to work together. He bought now 3 homes, huh? Oh God, I should also change my job to some other company. And then, or I should work more. All these bad ideas come into our mind and we ruin our life. So all this association, God-related topics, discussions, they're supposed to uplift us, remind us of our original purpose of life. So, alright, here is another reason.
Family tradition or habit from childhood. Though they are certainly better than the downright atheists, not having scientific understanding of God will make them follow some set of principles without knowing their meaning. Owing to poor understanding of God, they get swayed away by Maya and forget the actual goal of life, which is to go back to Godhead.
So it's good to have some family traditions, but it's better if we can understand why we do what we do. I have one friend, engineering friend, because I became vegetarian when I was in engineering. So we used to go together to the same mess, we call it, but basically restaurant, college sponsored. He was also a vegetarian. He was born Brahmin, so he was also vegetarian. But by the time he got into final year, he had absolutely no philosophical background. He said, chicken I won't eat. But he said, I will order chicken curry, remove the chicken. I enjoy the gravy that comes with the chicken curry. I was shocked when I heard this. And yes, of course, I've done my best to explain to him. We're still doing our best. But the point is, without the philosophical background on what am I sponsoring? When I order chicken curry, for example, I'm effectively encouraging the restaurant. Some people will say it doesn't matter, they're anyway going to kill chicken, how does it matter? Of course, it's a big discussion. Meat eating, what are the disadvantages? We'll probably have one small presentation by youth someday. All the karmic reactions, health complications. We are clearly made as vegetarian actually. So many scientific explanations for it. But somebody who doesn't have that background will do perverted vegetarianism like this. World Health Organization declared egg as vegetarian. So we can like that. So we don't have proper understanding. Whatever tastes nice to the tongue, we are willing to find excuses and reasons somehow or the other to facilitate our tongues. So it's good and important to develop this understanding of our own selves so that Our children are not like us. Our parents said, "Chup, do whatever I say." We're like, okay, all right. Our children are not like that. You tell them, follow whatever I say. They'll say, why should I follow? Why should I do? I tell you one more time. What will you do after that? They laugh. So, we need to have a very strong understanding of ourselves and then practice it in our lives. Then we will be able to pass on this knowledge. So Srila Prabhupada very famously he said, religion without philosophy, religious practices without proper understanding, religion without philosophy is sentimentalism. It's just your sentiment. Neither you have proper understanding, neither can you give any proper explanation to somebody else. It's sentimentalism and even sometimes even fanaticism. People will sometimes say, if you don't wake up in the morning and do these rituals, you're like an animal. Or the Mohammedan jihadi, all this is actually fanaticism. They have no understanding of what does Allah try to speak through Quran. They are just fanatical, following to the letter without understanding the spirit behind it. So it's either sentimentalism or fanaticism. Philosophy, on the other hand, without ritual, without religious practices, only philosophy. I know, I have heard, I have read Bhagavad Gita. I think Krishna has given so many examples in my life. Another engineering friend, he came to US, he read whatever books you see there, all the way till the golden book. He read the Bhagavad Gita, 700 verses with purports, Srimad Bhagavatam with purports, Chaitanya Charitamrita with purports. Every page he read everything. But he still remains, he doesn't chant, he doesn't go to temple, he has no practice whatsoever. And he was preaching me. All these are all speculations, They are all created by somebody so that we can be good in our life like that. So, philosophy without religion is simply mental speculation only. It does not touch the heart. You will have no spiritual experience. Spiritual experience that is deep, you will not have that. It's just a mental speculation. So, many people come up with these theories. God is light, God is an imagination of man, God created this complicated universe, but then he was unable to control it. He ran away out of frustration. True, actually. I've heard some of the very popular speakers speak something like this also. And there are people who follow them. Or sometimes impersonalists, meaning who believe that God is just a light or an energy. They say, I am God, you are God, all of us are God. So these are all speculations that people create. Shastra doesn't say like that, unfortunately. Okay, Srila Prabhupada taught us philosophy through books, conversations and lectures and classes like that. And the rituals through deity worship, chanting Hare Krishna, seva, cooking, food, and distributing to millions of people, following Vaishnava etiquette, dressing up like these are all rituals, you can say. Whether I wear this dhoti kurta or pant or t-shirt, does it matter? Does it matter or no? It matters or it doesn't matter? Some people are saying it matters, some people are saying it doesn't matter. Yes, they do matter. Rituals are like the water within a glass. No. Other way around. The mood, the bhava we have is like the water. Ritual is like the glass outside. Can you offer just the water to God? I will go to temple whenever I feel like. My love is there in the heart. No need to show off like you guys, putting tilaks and wearing dresses and all that. Show off. We don't need to show off like the people say. Actually, we need both. If we want to offer water to somebody, we can't just pour water to them. Okay, here is water for you, please drink it. The ritual gives a structure, a shape, a systematic approach to spirituality. But only giving glass without water, only following strictly like this will not help also. There should be bhava, there should be mood also, there should be intention behind what we do. So both of them are needed. Okay, I will pause here, take any reflections, comments and questions. And maybe we will try addressing the other questions that we discussed, if any of you have. Please share any reflections, comments and questions. Okay, let me ask instead of me answering. Would anyone like to, does God really need our worship? Who would like to attempt answering this? Okay, we have Rajaji in the back.
I think he doesn't need it, but it's for us to take that path to God.
Haribo. Because we have these 6 enemies called lust, anger, greed, envy, pride and illusion. Krishna is all pure, and whenever we are in touch with the purest, we become pure automatically. So he doesn't need our worship, we need to worship him. Very beautifully said. Thank you. So when we worship Krishna, we receive blessings, and then eventually we return back to Godhead. Okay. Let's see. I will just long. Okay, interesting question. Let me ask this. Why spend so much money on religious rituals when beggars or poor people are starving everywhere in the world? Would God not be pleased? Would God not be more pleased if we feed his starving children? Who would like to attempt answering this? Yeah, sure. We will give you.
I am remembering from last year's class probably. What you mentioned, especially, I think you mentioned about Maneka.
Mike, close it.
Maneka Gandhi asking Radhana Swami Prabhu. I remember, if I recollect correctly, Maneka Gandhi asked a question about, asked Radhana Swami in the airport, why you guys do this, why can't you, serve, beggars and all. And I think his answer is the reason for these beggars exist is because of the extreme greed of the people. So basically, we are trying to remove the root cause of the greed from those people. Then automatically this disparity and basically, this will reduce.
Very good. I'll repeat what Prabhu said in case if you couldn't understand. What spirituality does, actually there is enough for every man's need in this world, but not enough for one man's greed. So what we are trying to do is, there are so many greedy people who have a lot of resources, hoarded so much money and resources that their 10 generations from now, they have enough money to enjoy their life without ever working. 10 generations. What spirituality does is it opens up the hearts of those people, addresses the root cause of the problem, which is lust, anger and greed. So when somebody's greed is addressed, naturally he will feel compassion. He will open up his heart. He will open up his bank balance and bank khajana, and he would be willing to spend more money for the upliftment of society. So it's more important we treat these greedy people to open up their hearts and bank balance. Then naturally, of course, everybody in the society will feel benefited. Very beautiful point. Thank you for sharing. Okay, kind of connected to this question, because religious rituals will attract. If we are doing an opulent Janmashtami festival celebration, it will naturally pull in somebody and that may have some heart transformation. They may come for Janmashtami and they'll see on the poster, like all of you have seen, does God exist? What is the purpose of life? Why do bad things happen to good people? And he's thinking, I have this question too. I want to attend these classes, and he will register. He will come. He will hear the classes. His life would be transformed. And then he will open up his heart and use the resources that God has given him for the upliftment of society. So that's one way to do it. Yes. Any other thoughts, comments, questions?
Just one quick analogy, Prabhu. So right now we see in India there's so much development happening in terms of so much runways or freeways are being built, highways are being built. The same question can be asked, why so many people still live in below poverty line? Why don't we spend money feeding them, and why to build roads? Because what it does is it gives compounding results for years to come. So it sort of enables people to do more. So I think spending money on such spiritual rituals gives us the foundational structure by which generations of people can be uplifted, not just one or two people who are sitting right now outside. So I think that is also an important reason, that how we structurally or foundationally are helping something big.
Hello. I watched one video, maybe the volume is slightly reduced, the echo will go. I watched one video where they were explaining the structure of the temple was such that they're like spiritual antennas, filling the city or the village or the town with positive energy. The mantras that are recited in the temple, they have positive influence on the lives of people living in the nearby vicinity. And the temples are built in such a way, they're like, I'm sure you've all seen the antennas. This is a distribution antenna, not a receiver, but giving out antenna. It's spreading positive vibration like that. So, any other thoughts of this? We will give you a mic.
It is scientifically also proven.
It is also, Mataji's comment is, it is also scientifically proven that that spiritual vibration is actually uplifting. It's I went to India. We just lived right behind ISKCON temple. Every day in the morning at 4 o'clock, I would get up effortlessly. Here we struggle. We're like, oh God, how to get up? Every time I go to India, I feel this difference. Of course, it's Punya Bhumi for a reason. So, any other thoughts on this? Okay, Satyaji has a thought. Or Chakraji, if you have.
I'll cheer.
Okay.
Prabhu, reflection and also a question, Prabhu. One time I heard, if we feed Krishna, it automatically feeds the hunger. I understood that. But here, as a devotee, our foremost quality is the compassionate. So if some beggar is there, I should not leave him. So I was thinking we need to do both. Is it not? Why only we are emphasizing the yes for the first one?
Thank you. I'm glad you covered this topic, which is I was itching to discover. Yes, you're right. Once there is an analogy Prabhupada gave. One man with a golden coat was drowning in a river. He was drowning, meaning he doesn't know how to swim, so he's drowning in the river. One person, he jumped into the river, caught hold of the coat, pulled out the coat, came to the bank, and he said, I saved him. What do you think? Did he save the person?
Yes, we tried the code. We just do only the
Some people are saying, yes, he tried. And most people are saying, he saved only the coat. Unfortunate situation is, people around him started clapping. Wonderful job, excellent job. Wow, you're such a philanthropist. You're a great social worker. Amazing, excellent job. Does that sound strange to you? Yes? Somebody saves the coat and everybody else claps for him. You feel little strange about that situation?
Yes.
That's what is happening in the world right now. People are, just as in the analogy, this body is the coat. We take birth after birth, so many births, lifetime after lifetime. as long as the disease of the 6 enemies, lust, anger, greed, envy, pride and illusion are not completely cured, we will continue to take birth again and again and again. So somebody who is only saving the coat without saving the person is like somebody who is feeding only the body without actually giving spiritual nourishment, spiritual upliftment. And the whole society is clapping, wow, 2 million meals, amazing, excellent job. We have distributed so much food, amazing job. Right? That's what the modern world is saying. Is it not? Yes, as Prabhu very beautifully put, we are not recommending that you starve the body and feed only the soul. That's not the point here. Oh, Prabhu said, spiritual only matters, material doesn't matter. I'm not going to feed myself, my children, or anybody else. No, that's not the point. Sometimes they may not take any spiritual knowledge, and then intelligently we feed them prasadam. Devotees are actually encouraged to carry prasadam with them. It's not just food. Prasadam has a spiritual aspect to it. Whether the person who is taking it may realize or not, he actually gets bhakti sukriti. In his next life, he will get an opportunity to practice bhakti. So we feed prasadam to the body, but then we try our best to give spiritual knowledge as well. So when we have both these combinations, then it will work. And we are not heartless people. Somebody is struggling and like this, and then you're not your body. Please sit straight and hear the class. That will not work for them. You have to care for them. You have to pacify their mind even. They're going through so many disturbances. So once, let me quickly jump. Okay. So since we are here, as long as we have these 6 enemies, we have sinful desires. Desires that we would want to enjoy at the expense of somebody else's pain. That is the definition of sin. And as long as we have these sinful desires, we will commit sin. We will do activities that are sinful. They may be small sins or big sins. But doesn't matter. As long as we are doing these sinful activities, we have to suffer the reactions of the karma. And this cycle will continue. So unless we put a full stop to the 6 enemies, curing the root cause of our material existence, we will not be happy ourselves. And we are not, unless we help somebody else put a full stop to this cycle of birth and death, again and again and again. The soul hates it. Soul doesn't like to be dragged in this material world again and again and again. So if we are able to do that, we would love to save their coat also, but we would like to save them as well. Here is a beautiful story that once when Srila Prabhupada was in Pune, one Mr. Malhotra, he's a industrialist, he's a very rich personality. He said, your ISKCON is doing so much, it's good, but why don't you guys feed the poor people? And Srila Prabhupada gave a story. He said, imagine you went to Kolkata to meet the Tata. You met him, you had nice time with them, you saw their son, you saw his son, and you came back to Pune. After 6 months, as you were driving, you saw the son of Tata on the road washing something and scraping food from thrown plates for his nourishment. What would you do? Would you go to him and say, hey, you're the son of Tata, why are you here? Here, take this bread. Don't worry about scraping, here is some bread. Would you do that? Or would you give him some money? Here, 1,000 rupees. Sufficient for next 1 week, 1 month, food for you. Or would you do something more? Mr. Malhotra said, of course, if I know him to be the son of Tata, I will first of all ask him what happened. But before that, maybe even I will bring him home. I will take nice care of him. I will give him a bathroom so he can take nice bath, cleanse himself off, feed him to his heart's content. I will sit next to him, lovingly hold his hand and say, Baba, you're the son of Tata. What happened? And the son may open up and say, me and my father had a fight. I had a disagreement. So I came away from him. And then you will explain, Mr. Malhotra would explain, I would explain to him that no, your father is a very nice person. There may be a misunderstanding, but he is magnanimous. He loves you so much. He is longing to meet you. I've spoken to him and he wants to see you very soon. And the son may have some reservations. He's like, no, he may not accept me, or I don't want to go. And Mr. Malhotra would do his best to pacify him and satisfy and give him answers in such a way that Mr. Tata's son would feel okay, yes, I want to go to my father now. And then Mr. Malhotra said, then I will take him and drop him at Mr. Tata's house. And then the son is happy, I am very happy. And Srila Prabhupada asked him, that's exactly what we are also doing. The conditioned soul has come from the spiritual world to this material world. Because we had some difference. We thought I should also enjoy, I should be worshipped like God. But in this material world, we are scraping for happiness. We are working 14 hours so we can be happy for a few minutes. We are struggling in many ways actually for little enjoyment. Whatever enjoyment, material enjoyment we get is momentary. Gulab Jamun, so much hard work in preparation. You eat one Gulab Jamun, 2, 3, 4, after 5 Gulab Jamun, no more rasa. You are thinking, oh God, enough for today. Today you will have the experience of Pani Puri. I will see how many Pani Puris are you enjoying. First Pani Puri, wow, very nice. After a few Pani Puris, you are thinking, oh God, bahut ho gaya today. Enough. So yeah. So similarly, this devotees, this is what we are doing. So we are, of course, we pick up favorable souls in this world. We give them nice facilities, wash off their apparent mistakes and impurities, feed them nice prasadam, hear them good Krishna Katha, how the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the most loving, most magnanimous personality. And Krishna is so eager to meet each of us, more eager than we could ever be. So as soon as the living entity comes to this realization, yes, I don't want to suffer in this material world. I want to go back to spiritual world. And with me, I will take all my brothers and sisters. Because that's our constitutional position. That's our position where we enjoy to the utmost, where we will feel the supreme bliss. So when we come to this realization, then naturally, our acharyas will pick us up and take us to the spiritual world. And just as Mr. Malhotra united son of Tata to Tata, we will also be united with the Supreme Lord. Like that. So, Mr. Malhotra, after having heard this conversation, even till date, he still wears a Krishna locket on his chain. And he says, I'm a devotee of Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada changed my perspective, he said. So this is philanthropy. This is real philanthropy. If this fish comes out of water and it is flapping, do we go there and say, hey, have a smoke, you will enjoy life, have a drink, have Coca-Cola, read these books, watch this Netflix? Would any of these solve the misery of the fish? What would solve the misery of the fish? Putting the fish back in water in its original constitutional position will solve its problem. It doesn't need money, all these opulences. Similarly, the conditioned soul, the living entity, originally belongs to the spiritual world. So if we are able to put that there, all problems are solved. Hare Krishna. Any reflections, comments, questions? We have maybe 5 more minutes, maybe. No questions? I was hoping we'll have 10 hands raised and then. Okay, yes, please. We'll give you a mic.
So my question is like, so in temples I have seen like we have cafeteria now where we are selling food. Why is that important? Like either we should just give food to everyone without having money or something. Like why ISKCON have these kind of rituals?
So his question is, why do we sell? First of all, it is also prasadam. It is cooked, offered to God. Most ISKCON temples around the world, we have free prasadam distribution as well. You come to ISKCON temple on Saturday morning, Sunday evening, we distribute prasadam for everybody. Irrespective of who they are, what they are, we don't discriminate. But then there is also practical aspects of it. If we have wonderful souls like you who are willing to sponsor prasadam, trust me, there are devotees who are willing to cook and distribute prasadam to the whole world. And I mean, in COVID, ISKCON is one of the biggest spiritual organization which sponsored so many plates, millions of plates distributed every day for people, because during COVID, India especially, they didn't have much facilities. So every opportunity, whenever the opportunity presents, there are people who are willing to sponsor, because in this material world, nothing comes for free. So you need money, you need capital to be able to cook food and give it for free also. So there are the practicalities sometimes that, yes, you may have to buy prasadam so that if in original Vedic culture there is no selling, education, medicine, nothing was sold. Everything was given for free, and whoever got benefited, depending on their own level, they contributed back. But because we are all suffering from this disease called selfishness, now you ask somebody to donate, they're like, how much should I donate? Is $10 okay? I have distributed many books. It costs, the hardbound Bhagavad Gita costs us $10 to print. $10 to print and ship here. So we just distribute books and we ask for donation, because when we ask for donation, they are actually getting some sukriti, because they are giving their hard-earned money and they are giving it for something bigger than themselves. So they will get some sukriti. They will get the sukriti to be able to enter and read this book, for example. So we ask for donation. It's an opportunity we are giving them. It's a service opportunity we are giving them. Some people give donation, some people don't. But we are okay. We say, please, if you are able to give your time, that's the best gift you can give. But some people are able to give money. They are able to give $100. But some people will ask, how much should I give? We tell them, it costs us $10 to print and ship. You are welcome to give how much ever you like. Some people will only give $10. They're like, $10, like that. Some people give more. So these are the practical considerations of living in modern day Kali Yuga. But if anybody has here few $1 billion and willing to sponsor, we will ensure there are enough people actually. And of course, we are fortunate. There are many industrialists in the world who are trying to bring a change, because their hearts have been transformed. The greed has been transformed into compassion, and slowly we are seeing that change. Slower than we like, but it is happening. Any other questions? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
So, Prabhu, I was thinking, you mentioned that it should be some combination of serving the poor as well as doing the rituals for the God, which will in turn bring internal satisfaction. But how much that ratio should be like? Because, for example, if Sai Baba, I don't want to, that's something coming top of my mind. Sai Baba, he was a very humble soul when he was on this planet. But now if we see in his temple, gold is there everywhere. But when he was alive, he never asked for any of such things. But people are now out of devotion and everything giving so much to the temple, like gold crown, gold sinhasan and everything, which he may not like, or we don't know. Instead, that money should not be given to poor, because when he was there on the planet, he never asked, or he never asked anything like that. So what do you say?
So I will extend that question to. So basically, Tirupati Balaji has a mukut which is valued at, I think, 10 crores and much bigger now, possibly. Should we donate such an expensive gift to God? Because, of course, God doesn't need our worship. Most people who donate to God, I hate to generalize it, but there are many people, let's say, many people who donate to God, they are doing it as a business transaction. Unfortunately. But it is still beneficial for them. Because they have given it to Vishnu Tattva, somebody like Vishnu, Rama, Krishna, like that. Krishna, what he does is, he takes their offering and he purifies their intention also. But when we worship demigods, on the other hand, it's purely a business transaction. We give money to a demigod. Demigods gives them more money, more enjoyment in future or in this lifetime. So, is it helpful to give mukut to Balaji? Instead, should this rich person, should he spend that money for poor people? Yes, if he has that realization. If he is willing to hear Shastra, sure. In fact, it's better, forget about money part. Actually, we think money is the most important, but no, actually your attention is the most important. The only wealth we all have is our attention. So if all of us can give our attention to understanding Shastra, what is the goal of life, and if we can give our attention to purifying ourselves, then we will be able to serve God and we will be able to serve humanity in a better way. Whether that means God may reveal to him, if he is very purified, God may come to him and say, I want a mukut. And it could be well justified. Because there is big mukut, very expensive mukut now. Hundreds and lakhs of people may come to take a darshan of that mukut. Or God may say, remove my mukut, feed the poor my prasadam. How God does is up to him. Both could be right. But the more important is purifying the intention of those who are giving. So, we cannot change them. So if we can become a better instrument through our own example, okay, let me spend and let me inspire everybody around me to purify their intention, spend time on ABCD. Many times people don't have, they're so busy serving. I have to distribute food, I have to do this for the poor, I have to do this. They don't have time for reading Shastra. They don't know what is beneficial for them only. What benefit can they give to others? But because they are serving selflessly, as we discussed at the beginning, they will eventually be promoted. So it's beneficial only. But a better thing would have been that they spend some quality time in understanding what Shastras are saying and in chanting and purifying our own heart. Then we will be better empowered and equipped to serve society in a better way. Is that helpful?
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, we will go to Prabhu and then we'll come to Mataji. Present board.
It's working. I think there are some examples. Like Harrison Ford, I think he donated a lot of money to his con, and like it's been used in different, like Mayapur temple is one of the examples, right? So a lot of questions that were answered today, I think majority of the people who are like Hindus, they have this question in their mind, they don't get an answer to that, and so they don't really focus on this, right? So it's very good that it's been brought to us in this way, and there should be better, easier ways, like so that people can be pulled to this stream. So that maybe we can find out some books and distribute to the books to more people so that they can use this knowledge, and the knowledge is accessible to everyone of us.
Haribo. Yes, that's indeed a great social service. See if I. Okay, here is few verses from the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna he's telling here who is the dearmost devotee. He's telling here, for one who explains the supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me. So those who explain the science of spirituality, let me turn the mics. Okay, thank you. So for them, they will be benefited first of all. And he's telling in this next verse, there is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. Because if, in the beginning we all do Om Ajnanati Virantasya. Actually, the root cause of our suffering is ignorance. As soon as we are illumined by knowledge, all our suffering will eventually come to an end. So those who are able to share this knowledge by different means, like for example, we've been thinking, and I think now might be a good time to talk about this. So we are now thinking as a group, we're going to do a social service activity. This is all nourishment. This is all self-purification. At some point we have to start contributing to society. This is our opportunity. So we will have quarterly book distribution festival, where once a quarter, once every 3 months, right? Quarterly? No, 3 months. Once every 3 months, once every 12 weeks, we will all go together with our children. In ISKCON, we do this every Saturday. So many devotees go. Every Saturday, more than 300 devotees participate. So many areas around the Bay Area. People, I know one director in Apple, he stands outside Indian bazaars and he begs people to take Srimad Bhagavatam, the 18 books. So once one of his employee met him, he said, sir, I mean not sir, but respectfully he was asking, what are you doing here? And then he shared, this is my Monday to Friday is my part-time job, Saturday and Sunday is my full-time job. So there are many people like that. There is no social, all that stuff. So we go out because this is really the biggest service we can do. If we are able to illuminate the lives of people through knowledge. There's so many books, as you rightly pointed out. There are books that are more accessible to new people. There are books a little more difficult for new people. And so we should all do our part. Something better than zero. Something we can all do in our lives. So this is our opportunity. So we will do on June 13th, about 4 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. We'll share more details. So we will all go at 2 p.m. and then we'll all come back here at around 4:30. We'll take some snacks. We'll have some reflections. We'll have kirtan. We'll have our usual class, maybe a little shorter, and share some realizations from the experience. How does it feel? It's thrilling actually. When you go out to distribute books, to show who you are and to speak your mind, to inspire and encourage others. Please take up to spirituality. And you will meet some of the most sincere people who are longing for spirituality. Sometimes people more sincere than our own selves. We will appreciate, oh God, what good fortune has come upon me. What did I do to deserve this? I never really longed for spiritual knowledge like this person. And you will come back more inspired. You're thinking, I should do my sadhana better. I should do my service better. And you will feel inspired to do more service. You're thinking, I spent 1 hour of my time. It changed the direction and the destination of this person's life. Let me go and do more. let me chant more, let me read more. Sometimes you'll also feel little challenging personalities also, and your understanding will be challenged. You guys are foolish, just sentimentalist. How do you know God exists? You're thinking, yeah. Then you'll know. You'll go home and you're thinking, oh, why did he has to ask me like this? And your false ego will be disturbed a little bit. And then eventually you'll calm down and then you'll say, actually, you know what? I don't know much anyway. So, but I'm going to prepare. Next time somebody comes, I'm going to prepare an answer for this. And many such experiences will make you more knowledgeable. And then, of course, you will also become humble like that. So we will do this on June 13th. So please mark your calendar. We will distribute books for free. We will give them an opportunity to donate. We will not deprive them that opportunity. Many times we think, I don't want to ask money. No, money, when it is used in Krishna's service, becomes spiritual and they will get benefited. So we will take, if any of you are interested in sponsoring Bhagavad Gita's, Krishna book, Srimad Bhagavatam, we will all go together and we will sponsor all the books that we are getting, because somebody has to pay for it. I'm sure we will be able to arrange that. Then more importantly, the goal of going out to distribute books, Vaishishya Prabhu says, is to touch the pavement. We are not going there to distribute books. We are simply going to touch the pavement. If you go and touch the pavement, you get your full credit. If you are able to do anything more than that, you are able to distribute book, talk to somebody, it's a bonus. So please plan. It's an adventurous journey. Trust me. Every Saturday we used to do before this service, we would go out and distribute books. Yeah, it's such an inspiring thing. So, we will. Is there any RSVP for this? Yes, we will have RSVP for this eventually. I'm sure Vinuji will create one for us, and then we will distribute books to Westerners, Indians. We will also distribute books, introductory books. We will distribute flyers for coming here to Gita class. We will have a training session maybe the week before. Quick few, how can we introduce Bhagavad Gita simply? You're like, wait, let me give a class for you and please take a seat. I need to give you an introduction of Bhagavad Gita. So we don't have to do that. There is a quick way to do it. Quick way to present a book and ask for donation respectfully, inspire them with some thoughts and things like that. So we will have a little bit of training on how we can present Krishna consciousness in a palatable way. And so yeah, I think we encourage everyone, especially children, enjoy, they love. This is, they develop street smartness by going out for service like this. When you take them to eat ice cream, so one visit to an ice cream shop, $30 gone. And what did they learn? They learned to enjoy themselves, to pamper themselves. But when they go out to distribute books, any service opportunity is actually very beautiful. And this is the best service anyone can do. So, thank you. We will plan something like that. Haribol. Okay, Mataji has something. Any other questions, comments, so we can line up the mics? One.
I think the question is like these basic questions which nobody can tell when they are asked. A book should be published on that also, so that we can accurately.
I have been begging people to make notes from these classes. So anytime, I can make the notes and I can share, but I will only be benefited. So we shared this Gita class notes. I have seen, since you asked this question, I'll honestly share. I have seen all sincere devotees take notes, period. That's it. If you want to be sincere in devotional service, please take notes. And when you take notes, you are able to organize your thoughts. Somebody else is not going to come and write books for us. If we feel pain, we see society and we see a gap, Krishna is telling you specifically, this is your purpose in life. Please fill it. So, yeah, if we feel inspired like that, please, this all knowledge is there. So, if we are able to bring this together and work as a team, we are all the brightest minds of the world actually. If we are able to bring together some nice things, somebody is able to organize and create a booklet even, right? A simple booklet would be amazing. So, of course, we don't want to give out all the answers just like that. We want to create a system in which their questions are answered, but we also give them a process by which they can realize those answers as well. So, I hope that's helpful. Yes. So, yes, we all need to do our part. Somebody else is not going to create the book for us. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So my question is, I might be very naive to ask this, but is spirituality and religion the same? I mean, my understanding or what I believe till date was someone might not be religious but can still be spiritual. But today I think it overlapped. I mean...
Yes. Many people in the Facebook also they say, spiritual but not religious. It's a very popular state people take. You cannot be spiritual without some rituals. Religious aspects are needed. And you cannot be spiritual just by rituals also. So they go hand in hand. But in modern world, religious means rituals. Spiritual means philosophical. That's what they mean. But spiritual includes both. Religious includes both. But usually the way religion is used, these people are religious, means these people are ritualistic. When people say, I am very spiritual, they usually mean, I am philosophical. I am inclined, I have some aspirations philosophically. It's a wide variety of things. But yes, as you rightly pointed out, to be successful spiritualist, you need the right combination of philosophy and rituals as well. Thank you. Okay, any other questions, comments? Nothing more? Alright, okay. Yes, please.
On the point. Hare Krishna. I'm trying to frame my question, but Krishna consciousness ritual versus service with Krishna consciousness.
Can you repeat Krishna ritual?
Following myself the ritual to connect to Krishna alone or through our association versus service doing with Krishna consciousness. Which one to prioritize, Prabhu?
Both. If we try to do only service without these A, B, C, D, first of all, without association, we don't feel nourished. Without hearing and reading, our direction will be lost eventually. We will speculate our own thing. We'll say, it's alright, if somebody is asking chicken biryani, it's okay, that's what he wants, you feed him, we will say. But that's not what Shastra said. So without the ABCD, your service will not be meaningful. And with only doing only self-nourishing without service will also not give any realizations. So we do need both. Is that helpful? One final comment or question? If not, we have few more things to do. Okay, we will all stand up for a moment. We'll do Gauranga Nityananda. And then when we come back, we have few more things. So I will request, you can do Gauranga Nityananda nicely. Anu Prabhu, please do Gauranga Nityananda.
Okay, this side can do Gauranga, this side can do Nityananda. So, Gauranga! Nityananda! 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 Radha. Hare Krishna.
There will be more until Prabhu. This is a deep topic.
Hare Krishna. Please come back if you are done with water break. Before we get to announcements, I shared one message in the group. Starting tomorrow is Purushottam month or Adhika Mas. You might know in lunar calendar there are about 15 days to Amavasya and then 15 days back to Purnima. It's exactly 29.5 days actually. So when the whole year is done, when 12 months of lunar calendar is done, that's about 354 days only. So there is a shortage of 11 months. So between solar calendar to lunar calendar, there is 11 days. So every 2.5 to 3 years in our Vedic calendar, Vedic tradition, we have this Adhika Mas. There is some big story. I'll give you a gist of it. Because this Adhika Mas is doesn't fit into the rest of the calculations, astrological calculations. People usually don't get married. They don't do any auspicious activities. After some time, people thought this month, this Adhika Mas, is a doomed month, is a bad, ominous type of situation. So, in our Vedic tradition, every month is presided by a personality. Jyeshtha, Vaishakha, all of them, they are actually people also. So this Adhika Mas, the lady representing this month, she went to Vishnu and she said, everybody is calling me the most sinful, degraded time. So Vishnu accepted her service and he said, from now on, this month will become the most purest. This will be from now on called Purushottam Mas. And whoever worships the Supreme Personality during this time, once a year we usually get Kartik month, Kartik Mas. And that's considered to be the Brahma Muhurta for demigods. So that's a time where we get 100 times benefit. Spirituality is like a Diwali sale. Once in a while they give sale just so that we increase our devotional service. So Kartik month we get 100 times more benefit. But that comes every year 1 month. But because Purushottam Mas comes once every 3 years approximately, it is mentioned that the benefit of spiritual practices in this month are 1,000 times that of regular time. So it's highly encouraged I remember we got our set of Srimad Bhagavatam more than 10 years ago during this month. I was thinking, I am still reading Bhagavad Gita, I have not read, I'll take some time, I was saying like that. But the person who was encouraging us, he said, this month is very auspicious, please take it. Even if you cannot read it immediately, no problem. It took many years for me to open the book and read it. But I think that is the process anyway. You first get the books, and then you are thinking, you are feeling little pain. I got the books, I am not reading, and then eventually you will start reading the books. If you are thinking, I will read when I have the desire, you will never get the books, never read the books also. So you should, one of the reasons why we displayed here visually is so that we remember, we have these books, we must read them. So please get books, especially in this month, getting Srimad Bhagavatam is very auspicious. We will have more discussion on that. So this month, we encourage everybody to do more devotional service. More reading, hearing. Please join our morning chanting calls. So we also read Bhagavad Gita. I think we're almost at the end of 18th chapter. So we will probably reread or read some other book. We will discuss offline and share. So you can do more chanting, more hearing. You can hear classes. I'll share a few links if you're interested. More reading. And this month we are thinking we will have something called Purushottam Month Challenge. It's a community goal, meaning collectively as a group. I did some calculation. Our goal is to chant 1,000 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in a week as a community. 1,000 rounds in a week. So every round that you chant counts. So we're going to transform this family chanting group that we have. If you're not part of it, please scan and join. Please report every day once you're done with your rounds, whatever rounds you're doing. Please report, you can say your name, how many rounds you did, and maybe done, something like that. So that will inspire others also. They'll feel, wow, this guy is also doing 4 rounds. I should also do more like that. But more importantly, it's not a competition with anybody. It's effectively a platform where we can inspire each other. At the end of the week, Arna volunteered to count how many total we did and see if we beat our target of 1,000 rounds. Not 1,000 mantras, 1,000 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. How many of you feel this? It may be a little difficult to crack this 1,000 rounds per week goal. He's very data-driven personality. But without me revealing that, does it feel big or you think it's reasonable goal?
It's doable.
It's doable? Big? It's big? It's not big.
It's not big.
It's big and not big also. I will answer your question offline. I did some calculation. It's possible. It should be easily possible for us to break this. But it won't be possible without the help from everybody. So whatever, even though you're chanting 1 round, it's not just 1 round. Please remember, your 7 rounds like that, 10 people, like 70 rounds. So that'll almost 10% of our goal. So again, these are all just, as I mentioned, Diwali sale type of thing. We can do this every month. But I think if I say every month, you're like, common only, no problem. But let's try doing this for this month and see how it goes. If we all feel inspired, we will see how we can proceed further. Is this okay? Haribo! So we will be starting tomorrow, even though Sunday. So we will start the Japa call at 6 a.m. And we will have a positive start to it. So if you are already doing, let's say, 1 round, please see if you are able to do the next level, which is 4 rounds. We have already been chanting for almost 2 months now. If you're already chanting, let's say, 4 rounds, maybe you can see if you can chant 8 rounds. And chanting, as you know, is a type of meditation, mantra meditation. And then through mantra meditation, we will purify the mind. And we are practicing to bring the mind to be present in the present. and this will take you a long way in your material life and spiritual life also. So it's a fully beneficial. So please watch out for that. And then there is a chapter in Bhagavad Gita called Purushottam Yoga. Each chapter of Bhagavad Gita is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga, Karma Sannyasa Yoga, like that, Jnana Yoga, all that stuff. So the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is called Purushottam Yoga. So during this month, it's recommended that we recite this chapter every day if possible. So we will spend, if all of you can kindly take a seat, we will spend a few minutes to quickly recite this for today. I will request Mataji starting from this side. Rupalji, maybe you can begin. The Yoga of the Supreme Person, or in Sanskrit, Purushottam Yoga. We will read one verse and then please pass on. And please read slowly. We will all do it together and Rupalji will lead. But we will all do it together.
The Supreme
And
Person.
whenever there is a comma or a full stop, we pause. Every few words out, I think it's difficult. Yes. So we'll read slowly together. Everybody please start. Text 1. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. The one who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. Let us have one more mic so that we save some time. Okay, please.
The branches of this tree extend downwards and upwards, nourished by the three modes of material nature. The twigs are the objects of the senses. This tree also has roots going down, and these are bound to the action of human society.
Text 3, 4. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Thereafter, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial. The weapon of detachment. Text 5. Those who are free from false prestige, illusion and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are free from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who, unbewildered, know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attaining to that eternal kingdom. Text 6. That supreme abode of mind is not illuminated by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. Text 7. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which includes the mind. Text 8. The living entity in the material world carries his different concepts of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus he takes one kind of body and gain quits to take another. Text 9.
The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects.
Text 10.
The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of the nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this.
Text 11. The endeavoring transcendentalists
Who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly. But those whose minds are not developed and are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try.
Text 12. The splendor of the sun, which dissipates the darkness of this whole world, comes from me, and the splendor of the moon and the splendor of fire are also from me. Text 13. 20 verses only, so few more to go.
I entered into each planet, and by my energy they stay in orbit. I become the moon, and thereby supply the juice of life to all vegetables.
I am the text 14. Sorry, text 14.
I am the fire of digestion
in the bodies of all living entities, and I join with the air of life,
outgoing and incoming, to digest the four kinds of food stuff.
Text 15. I am
Seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of the Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas.
Text 16. There are two classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible.
In the material world, every living entity is
fallible.
And in the spiritual world,
Every living entity is called infallible. Text 17. Besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them. Text 18. Because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and the infallible, because
I am the greatest,
I am celebrated both in the world
and in the Vedas as the Supreme Person.
Text 19. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O Son of Bharata. Text 20.
This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, O Sinless One, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection.
Haribo. I'm sure most of it may go over like this, but if you read repeatedly, this will make a beautiful sense. Hopefully over the next month we will do so. So we will now do Kirtan. As kids come, we will also have announcements by Anuprabhu. Let us welcome Anuprabhu. Haribo.
Hare Krishna everyone. So the first thing is of course on-time devotees. So again, we really appreciate that. Our program start time is 4:59. So the sooner you can come closer to that time, the better it is for all of us. It starts on time and we can spend the time that is required for each and everything as per the plan. Let us thank Venu Prabhu and buddies for taking care of the communication and follow-ups. So thank you. That's a really good service. And congratulations to our consistent chanters. And of course Prashant ji and Prashant Prabhu and Venu Prabhu for hosting or organizing those calls. Thank you, Prabhus. And we had 34 chanters this week. So yeah, Hari Bol. Thank you to Balaji Prabhu for leading the kids chanting call. And yes. Thank you to Madhvi Mataji and Balaji Prabhu, of course, for coordinating the prasadam, the menus and the quantities. Thank you, Mataji. And thank you to all the kids classes teachers for engaging all the kids in, like, again, they just love these classes. So thank you so much for all the service. And of course, thank you to all the volunteers for your time and efforts in, again, setting up and cleaning up afterwards. So that's really helpful. So thank you so much for that. And the next thing is that please, yes, very important for us. Please do RSVP by Thursday if you can. And then RSVP also means that if in a week you're not able to join, please send the numbers as 0. That also helps us. So that'll be really appreciated.
By the way, how many of you saw the message on Tuesday or Wednesday versus Friday? We sent this week slightly differently. Till I think Friday afternoon the count was less. 35, 40, something like that. So all of a sudden, Friday night, count went up to 79 or something. Today I think it went up to 90.
I couldn't see the RSVP form on Tuesday. I was about to ping Venu Prabhu on.
It was the
Okay. We may have to. So we thought announcements everybody will get. So if you prefer like the old way, we will continue to do so. But please, by whatever means, by Thursday, see, this is the least we can do. I mean, Venuji is a magnanimous soul and he doesn't mind personally sending messages, and I'm sure buddies also. But these are all busy people as well. They have their own lives. If possible, as soon as you see the message, if you can take a moment to RSVP, it's respectful to them. So they don't have to remind us every week like small children. So please kindly RSVP. It helps Madhavi Mataji also. They're in anxiety today. They're thinking, Pani Puris are not going to be enough. So it will be helpful for those. If you cook prasadam, you will know. If you were to go back again to do grocery shopping, to cook for 10 more people, it's painful. So if possible, please RSVP early. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu. That's really helpful thing that we all can do. The next thing is that Prabhu already announced about the quarterly book distribution event, that is June 13th. Another event that is lined up for June is 20th June. The week after that, we'll have the blessing. We are actually very blessed to have the opportunity of being in association in a very high pious devotee. His name is Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. And Prabhu, I think I would love if you can share some stories about him.
He is an author. He authored more than 60 plus books. He wrote Subodhini, story books for kids. He gives class. He is a brahmachari, saffron. He lives in Govardhan Eco Village near Mumbai. So he is visiting the US and he'll be here in the Bay Area for a few days. We had the good fortune of hosting him on a Saturday afternoon because his schedule did not allow a Saturday evening program. So he kindly agreed to do most likely a program for kids first. So those of you who have kids, please bring your kids first. So we will have an interactive session with him, with the kids. And then we will have our regular adult session. So the program is going to begin at around 12:30ish and will go till 4 o'clock or something like that. So please block your calendars accordingly. So we'll figure out and fit in lunch somewhere in between. Those details are yet to be figured out. We will share more details.
And that's the idea, Prabhu. Like, we just want to make sure that everyone is aware and we block that time because it's a really rare opportunity for us to have such an association. The next thing is that there's no class here next week. We are some of us are going to the spiritual retreat to the Lake Tahoe area. So we'll all be there. So there will be no class here this week, next week. And regarding that as well, so for today's prasadam, once we take prasadam, the request is that, and again, everyone is welcome to join, but especially the people who are planning to join on the spirituality, let's please gather in this area, in this hall. So we'll do some planning live together, like finalizing the menu or other plans. So I think just doing it live together will just make it very easy. So please plan to gather in this area. That'll be very helpful.
Will it be while taking prasadam or immediately after prasadam?
I think once we get the prasadam place, we can talk to people.
Okay, so we will take prasadam together here. So everybody who is going to the spiritual retreat, please come see us here.
Yes.
If others can occupy other spaces in the house, it will be beneficial. You are welcome to drop in here and participate as well. But, so at least that way we have enough space for, I think we are expecting what, 50 people, I think,
yes,
around 50 people. So kids probably, maybe at least 35 or so will. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, let's prioritize this area for the spirituality planning. Yeah, and again, I think that's it, Prabhu. I think we have a birthday cake, so we can get it after Kirtan.
Okay. So we're going to do Kirtan, as usual, Krishna Jinka. And we'll also have, I requested Ramswara Prabhu to do Arti while we are doing Kirtan, so we will have that also. And can I request everybody to move slightly forward? I don't know, kids don't want to come out from their classrooms.
गोकुल जिनका धाम है
Not falling. Take a deep breath. Let's see who wins. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Shama Veda Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We will now do Namaste Narsimhaya. Please pass one mic to Sahiti. Is that Sahiti or Samhiti? Sahiti? Okay, please give one mic to Sahiti. Okay, where is Gopal Baji?
Hi, Gopal.
Okay, please give one mic to Gopal ji also. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. महाराज की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, सामवेद गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। प्रसादम प्रेयर।
महाप्रसाद गोविंद है, महाप्रसाद गोविंद है, राम राम वैष्णवे, स्वल्प पुण्यावसं राजा, विश्वस्य जन्मचारिणे,
go there.